Everything scales, including the problems. Bigger equipment, more land, and a strategy that only works if everything stays on schedule. Well, the used market opened a door that was hard to ignore. Larger harvester, more powerful tractor, and a temptation to grow faster than planned. Well, that decision came with 70 additional acres to manage, tighter timing, and far less room for error. To keep up, I invested in a new seeder built for efficiency, only to later realize that there was a limitation I had not fully accounted for. It changes how these fields have to be worked, and whether we can keep pace when the clock and the weather starts pushing back. Welcome to the Single Crop Challenge. Welcome back, everyone. It's a new year. It is January. And this is going to be a big year for us. We're going to go big. Very, very big. We had a great harvest last year. And I think that we can expect more of the same. And so we've done some definite house cleaning here, and we're ramping up. So let's take a quick look and see what exactly I'm talking about here. We've already seen this. Well, this is kind of a hint. This here is a lizard header storage unit. And it obviously stores headers. But it's a nice way to, make some room and keep things compact around here. You're probably wondering why I've got a header storage unit when I've only got one header. Well, I'm glad you asked. We got ourselves another combine. Yes, sirree, Bob. Looky here. Found this one on clearance. This is a 9250 case. This thing's a beast. I mean, it is just a beast. It kind of makes this one look tiny in comparison. But this is huge. This is going to be a big asset in our expansion. So, most of this stuff we're on financing. We have the cash to float it. This is on a 2-year commitment. Pardon me, cough switch. And you can see there we've got some financing on it, but we float this down for 2 years. We could definitely make up the money. So we can go real super aggressive here. So that's that. Also did something else. Picked up this monster. This was not the intention. This was not what I was expecting to do, but this thing also ended up on clearance on the used market. And oh boy, was this a good deal. So this came out, this is like a $400,000 tractor. I got it for 190 or so. 198. And this is another beast. This thing's 539 horsepower. It just looks mean, man. And so now we can effectively double our operation. I've also got another one of those J&M trailers on order. And I've got another one of those seeders on order. Well, not on order. I've got a broker looking for them on the used market, as well as another 45-foot header, exactly the same as the one I've been using on this case. Fits nicely on the new one. So these are all things that we're waiting for the broker to show up with. If he does, we got some time. If it ends up that he doesn't, then, well, we'll have to consider maybe financing one. But here's what I'm thinking too. All right, that's the equipment. Now let's talk about land. So we've got these three fields, and they yielded out pretty good. We managed to handle them all with one piece of equipment. So I don't want to take on any more with just the one set. So we're going to go ahead and get another set. Oh, I almost forgot. I also ordered another semi. I got to stop saying that. I sent the dealer out to look for a used semi tractor and trailer set so that we can basically have two completely autonomous operations. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. I have my eye on these two fields right here, 9 and 8. And the yield on 8 is not particularly fantastic. It's not particularly horrible either. But just the sheer size of this field is going to make it a challenge. It's 45 acres. It's almost twice as much as this guy. Oh, maybe not twice as much. It's 35, almost twice as much as this guy, rather. So we can definitely handle this one. This one was relatively easy to deal with. So that being said, I'm looking at this one, which is almost a carbon copy of this one. A little wider, a little shorter, but the yield is outstanding. I think we can make a good amount of money on this field. But this being the on the map challenge, I will eventually have to acquire all of these fields. I mean, all of these fields. So if we're going to empire build in any matter of time at all, we're going to get to it. So we need to get these two going. I thought seriously about this one. It's going to be a little expensive. 108,000 for the field. I don't want to run us too thin. We're already going to be working at about, this is going to be, what, roughly 150,000 for the two. So, and we still have to acquire some equipment. And then, of course, we need seed and all that for these things. So, yeah, I think these two are about as much as I want to bite off, and that's going to be ambitious. But if we make it through, the payoff is going to be outstanding on these. I mean, really, really good. So I think I'm ready to rock and roll on this. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop talking. I'm going to start buying. Let's pick up this one. Oh, yeah, this is frightening. All right, here we go. All right, we got that one. We're going to pick up 9. So now we have 5 fields to work with. This is either going to be genius or nuts. Not quite sure which yet, but not what I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and get the soil data on these 2 fields. Pretty good idea what this one's going to look like. Going to be a lot of 15.4 for that. Oh, well, you got to do it. Yeah, here we go. Loamy sand right there in the middle of it. So that's not great. But this one should have a lot of loam in it. All right. So it's not horrible. This is not fantastic, but this is pretty darn good. And the north part of this field is actually really good. So it's kind of a give and take around here. But this really extends us out. And I think we're in for some good solid results this year if we can pull this off. So yeah, so that's what we're looking at. So I think we'll just ride it out until, well, actually next month, if the ground is thawed, I think we're going to go ahead and plow out those 2 fields. We need to get to work a little earlier because we got a lot more work to do. These 2 fields over here, this one, we can take a look here. Whoops. Did it again. We can come and visit this over here and take a look. So I don't know if we need to lime this. Still looking decent. Not exactly, I don't know. It's good. It's not great. So we might be able to get away with one more year of not liming this. And this field, I think we did last year. So it should be, actually it's lousy. Ooh, terrible. Maybe I got it backwards. I think maybe I don't remember now. It's been so long. It was yesterday. All right, so clearly this field 11 needs work. We need to lime this. And this here, this one's in good shape. I think we can get away with one more year without doing this one. Parts of it are not great. Geez, I don't know. I mean, it's almost to the point where I just feel like maybe we ought to just do the whole thing. Do it all. Man, that's going to be a lot of work. Let's take a look here. Obviously, these need to be plowed. So we're not going to have a lot of plowed, lime, the whole thing. Oh boy, we might need to get another lime distributor also, because that's going to be a lot of work of just moving lime around. You know, I mean, you know how fast that thing burns through lime, so. All right. Got some thinking to do about that, but clearly we've got some work to do. So let's get out of the winter time here and contemplate what we're going to do. So I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Okay. Well, when I said ambitious, I meant ambitious. I did indeed bite off more than I could chew. And so you might have noticed the money went up. Took out another loan. I'm either a genius or an idiot, and we're going to find out pretty quick. So yeah, this might have been a terrible mistake getting these two fields. And I'm not done buying equipment yet, but let's just pretend that everything's gonna be great. Okay? Okay. Meantime, I need to go plow some fields and go lime some fields, so I'm going to set the new tractor out to go do some plowing, and I'll get the other one and we'll throw the seeder on it, or the not the seeder, the distributor, the spreader. Words, yes, words are important. Yeah, at least we got the bigger plow now because we got the bigger tractor. So this is the 12-meter plow. It should make short work of this, hopefully. Oh, there he is doing his job. Very nice. Hey, look at that. Found some equipment. Maybe I should let the AI do this. Nah, you know what? I'm going to do this and then we'll get to it. All right, one down, 4 to go. Yep. Yeah, I think pretty much every field needs to be limed at this point, because they're just not, I don't know. I mean, you know, maybe it's my ADHD, but I feel like I need these to be perfect. So, anyway, here we go. Oh, hey, check it out. My broker has come through bigly here. So, all right, you've got the Draper, we've got the International, and the Load King Prestige. So 3 of the things I've been looking for here. This is it's a good deal. And it's 66% off, 68% off. Truck's not a great deal, but it's not expensive either. So, hey, you know what? This is good news. Good news. So let's go ahead and pick these up. This is nice. You want to keep them white? Yeah, I mean, you know, they're used, so I guess for reality's sake, I need to leave them as they are, huh? All right, let's see here. License plate. It's supposed to be a license plate, so we'll go random here. Yeah, that's good. We're gonna lease, then we're going to borrow money on this. Let's do it for 1 year. Purchase $2,300 a month for 1 year. I think that should be good. Actually, 2 years. Sorry, 2 years. Same interest rate at 2 years. It goes up once you, 3 years is the same. Wait a minute. These are all the same. Huh. Thought the interest rate was going to change. All right. Guess not. All right. Well. Coolio. Put this out over 3 years then. And the truck. Oh, that's ugly. We got to repaint that. Sorry, dudes. not doing paintable. Oh, here we go. This has got the Smokey and the Bandit look to it. That's good. That's good. We'll keep the additional lights. Okay. All right. That looks good. Let's do that. License plate. Different license plate. All right. Got it. And oh, we want to up the. Yeah, we want 800 horsepower in that bad boy. Stop screwing around. And I think I like this intake better. Sun shield's fine. Horns, of course. Wouldn't be old school without that. Standard lift axle. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Let's do that. Oh, we want 20% down. Yeah, all right, good. All right. So we'll have to move stuff before we get the draper, or else it'll end up somewhere else. Oh man, that is a lot of trailer. All right, so what I need to do here. Oh, that sounds nice. Good old classic Mac. It's even got the torque thing going on. Nice. All right, what I'm going to want to do here is I'm going to take this to... Oh. I'm going to run this to the grain mill to make sure it fits. So let's go here. Let's go to the grain mill. Oh. And go. All right, let's see here. 100% down on that. We'll do your option on that too. Purchase, good. All right, now you need to go get a combine to go pick that up. All right, fold that up. We'll go put this in the rack. All right. Click on that. That goes up. Might be able to fit one more underneath there. I'm not sure. Probably. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. I like that. I can see us getting a few of those racks. All right. Well, he's done with his work. We will send him back to the homestead. Actually, I can just do that. Can you get there from here? See what you do here, Chief. Roll right through these guys' yard. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about us. We own this town. If you're going to go through that ditch. Oh, okay, there you go. Don't go right, you knucklehead. Yeah, bro's going to go all the way into town, isn't he? You, turn around. Don't drown. Back the other way. Now, go home. You're drunk. Oh yeah, I asked the broker to go look for a cedar too. He hasn't come through on that yet. Doesn't have much time. It's got 2 more cycles. Then it's going to be time to seed, and well, I'm going to need a cedar. So if he doesn't come through, I might have to buy new, and that's going to be painful because these things are expensive. Huh. Decisions. Well, okay. I believe that is that for lime. And conveniently, only 245 liters left at the end of the job. So that's kind of nice. We got so close, except that I'm going to have a container with 245 liters in it. That's kind of a pain. Whoa. Who put that mountain there? Anyway, okay, so that concludes this business day. We have done plowing on the 2 new fields. We got everything limed up. So now it's just a waiting game to go ahead and start seeding stuff. Super excited. Alright, I will see you guys next month. Well, good morning and happy harvest day. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan. 55 degrees this morning at 8 o'clock. And we have not gotten a hold of our broker yet about the cedar. Not sure how to feel about that. But we may have to break down and pick up one. Because doing all of this with 1 cedar is going to be infuriatingly slow. And we need that equipment if we're going to pull this off. So let's take a look. See. Yeah, let's throw that out in the used market here. So where was this cedar at? This is... Where is it? This is it. This is the one we have. Most expensive cedar out there. Well, that's 15 meters. Okay, so this 7,700 liters split between the 2, 18 tons, 9 meters. This one does 15 meters. Needs only 300 horsepower, 7,800. Oh, wow. Okay, well, it does do long grain rice. Yeah, I don't see any reason against getting this. This is a fine piece of machinery here. I think we got to go with it. All right, let's go do important stuff. All right, it only makes sense the big cedar goes on big fields, so let's get this one started. Oh man, look at that thing. Absolute unit. I love it. That thing is a beast. Are we actually seating here? Oh, hold on a second. If we're actually planting anything here. We are not. Okay, I may have done something stupid here. Well. We cannot direct drill into this. We need to cultivate. Well, a slight error. Not a huge deal now, but definitely something to be aware of later. Okay. Even as such, the working speed's good. The width is much better. But the T-force has to be on these fields that are not cultivated. Okay, so let's regroup. Put this on a plowed field. Yeah, boy. Alright, well, this is what happened. You gotta read the labels, man. Gotta read the labels. But this one is doing a nice job of putting seeds down, so we'll let her rip. Now he finds it. Great. Well, after a long day, we finally are done seeding. And, well, okay, we're done now seeding. But, so a little bit of a learning curve here. I realized that my way cool new seeder does not do no-till. So that could be a bit of a slowdown, but I think honestly, given the speed of how that thing works, I might, yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I like this thing better or the no-till better, or the Andazone better, whatever the name of it is. Yeah, I have to think about that. Because I really do like the idea of just, you know, seeding on top of the tillage. But either way, we're done now. And so, well, we're back to waiting. So really there's nothing else to do but kind of keep an eye on the fields and bide our time until harvest time. So really, unless something happens between now and then, I will see you guys around about September. Good morning. It's another September. It's another harvest day. I notice a little change here. Something's missing. Sold one of these grain tanks, or because we don't need it. In fact, we probably don't need either of these because the way the market is working, we are able to sell pretty much immediately. Well, it's not going to be there. Pretty much immediately when we get to harvesting. See, again, we're at peak here. The farmer's market is actually doing better this time around. So I think part of the morning what I'm going to do is make a track over to the farmer's market and the elevator also, and kind of switch between these selling points as the prices fluctuate through the day. We'll take a little more vigilance to keep an eye on the market, but if we do, it should help us pay this off pretty quick. You see this drops off pretty precipitously. So day one is when we really want to get most of this crop into the market. So we have an extraordinary amount of work to do today. We've got 5 fields. So I am going to stop jabbering away here, and I'm going to start getting these crops into the harvesters. Let's do this thing. Oh, just noticed something here. Taking a look at the weather. This is not what I want to be seeing. We cannot harvest in the rain. So again, yet again, we might be getting a late start here. We might not get it all out of the might not get it all out of the ground today. Might have to go into tomorrow, and I hope we don't get punished by the market for that, because I really like where this price point is right now. All right, race against the clock now. Here we go. Well, all right, going to sell the first load, and not a moment too soon, because our money is dwindling. Wages are expensive. Yeah, running a farm's expensive, man. Oh, crud, it's starting to rain. We cannot do this in the rain. Man, that guy came along in a hurry. Okay, all right, back to work. Rain has stopped. 1:30. You're definitely going to have to do this in 2 days because I don't see any way we're going to get this all done rapidly. So we shall see what happens here. Well, the successful harvesting here. I think looking pretty good here. I'm kind of trying to fold that up, but it's not really working out for me. There we go. All right. So let's get this guy back to where he belongs. And hopefully that Massey Ferguson will dump the rest of it in the truck over there while I'm doing this. We will put this toy away. Get the rest of the rice over to the grain mill, and we will find out what our final tally is. But if you look over to the right, upper right-hand corner here, you will notice we had a great, really good harvest this year. I think we have turned a corner, and expansion is going to come hard and heavy now. So the plan for next year is to assess our equipment, maybe pay down some of these loans, and take on another field. And let's see here. Yeah, we got some choices to make. let's put the rest of the stuff away here. Take a look at the what the numbers are, and we'll see what we got. All right, putting down the last of the rice here. Looks like the total haul, we're up to about 1.1 million, just about. Yeah, 1.1, well, almost 1.1 million. That's outstanding. That's amazing. And I think we're going to be able to grow pretty aggressively here in the next season. So take a quick look and see what we've got here and what fields we can take. But I think expansion is in order for next season. So we've reached the end of harvest for season 7 here. And all in all, I think this is a grand success. You know, look at the finances here. We picked up close to a little over 1.1 million between harvest and the environmental scores. Paid about 40,000 in wages. Sounds about right. And about $4,000 in fuel. Some repairs here, but all in all, I think we're in a great position to take care of some financial issues like our debt. We can pay down some of this debt, and we can also start thinking about where we're going to expand next. Our growing empire is growing, so a lot of opportunity here to move in whatever direction. This is obviously a possibility now, though this is a very large field. This also is a grand possibility, but definitely growing off in this direction, we could take care of, I think in the next couple of seasons, 2 or 3 seasons, we might have the top part of the map all owned and working. Just a matter of ramping up our operation, getting crews hired and getting equipment and making everything run smooth. So exciting times coming up for the farm. I see some pretty rapid expansion here. Some paying off some debt. Maybe even taking on some new debt in the name of moving quickly and conquering the world. But for now, let's take a well-deserved rest. Until next time.